go get some. Now you want to drink? You drink some vodka?
Hell yeah, shit. Ain't gotta work hard.
I'm gonna get you some.
Nah. Abomination Joe, I'm gonna just say hi, Daddy. On that TV. Say hi, Daddy.
What's up, Nene? What's up, Nene? What's up, Nene? Yeah. Okay, now what do you want me to do? What's up? Man, the man with big bro. How the fuck we green? Man, you got a car. How the fuck you know you need grass? Come get you, tell her to drop you off. She wanna come over here anyway. I want you to hear my new song too. Come, just tell her to come on. Tell her I say come on. Yeah. Why you think I be drinking that shit, man? I got a gallon of liquor in the closet and nothing.
I'm giving it so for real. Moving on that glowing hill. I'm giving they soul the chills. My druidic code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal.
Hello?
Say this one for your photo real.
Come on.
Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't
I said, come on.
I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous,
I
effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, how about it? How about it? You want it, you have it, you got it. What's next?
Bring your black ass over here. Bring this motherfucker to the
Rep for your prom, for your poster, popping your projects. Pain driven, itching, drumming. Look how far we coming. Heartbeat on the streets.
And if you can't do something,
Real for the weekend, sweet. This sugar, one man on me, but
beer, nigga.
watch what you doing. I ain't damaged goods, damn out the clay.
You ain't got to.
I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Moving in that glowing hill, I'm giving they souls the chills. My druidic code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff the head like I don't know no bill. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah,
You just said your own motherfucker. You tell me fuck
Yeah.
do it like that.
Right now,
Fuck up.
right now, she got balls. She's a fight for it.
See, I took advantage of it. I took the upper hand. No, I took the ball, you know what I'm saying? I took the ball in my court.
Yeah.
Shit. Ain't do like you did. Shit. I did
And you
something.
don't want to
Hey. all that stupid ass shit. Nigga, take man. Take control of the motherfucking situation. Like I need. See that motherfucker do it, goddamn thing for me? Here's no motherfucker bitch. Shit. You can't get more players than that. You get that home if you want, man. You can't, I mean, that's the way a nigga wants shit. Yeah. That's the only way a nigga supposed to have. That's how a nigga supposed to have.
Yeah, and they ain't trying to make me get a $500 rent house. I'm like, no, the max I'm spending about $350. Yeah. Cause I know I average that shit out, man. I still, you gotta pay utilities and shit.
Yeah, shit. Man, you can't talk shit about no other nigga. We illegal, bitch. You never seen it. I left motherfucking Gina. You ain't gonna leave, Mason. You ain't gonna leave. You ain't gonna leave like you scared. We ain't never been that scared of bitch. You scared to leave. Am I right? What? How the fuck you get so scared of bitch? You scared to leave?
I don't.
And she tell you to get the fuck out. When you ain't got no money, you rubber down, you like a bitch. Make you weak, man.
Well, leave on something later.
Yeah, leave on something later. You're trying to unaccelerate top. I don't give a fuck what he say about me. When how I do my shit, cause I know one thing. Shit. I run this. You know what I'm talking about? I run this. There ain't nothing about no bitch say.
Yeah. Like she said on that shit, but guess what? She wanna run me so bad, but she can't. Okay. You don't want to, but she can't.
Yeah.
She like,
welcome in, everybody. It's the This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Ahead, we'll see the NFL's all-time passing leader, Drew Brees, and the New Orleans Saints, as they take on Dak Prescott and the defending NFC League champs, the Dallas Cowboys. I'll see you again with scores and updates at halftime. But for now, it is my distinct pleasure to hand things over to our broadcast team. It's Brandon Gott and Charles Davis. Gentlemen.
Appreciate it, Coach. Well, the roof is closed, but as you can probably tell, the Mousings Cowboy fans could not be more wide open. It is a frenzied AT&T Stadium in Arlington. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the New Orleans Saints. I'm Brandon Gott along with Charles Davis. Charles, good matchup here. A couple of playoff teams from a season ago.
And just think about how the NFL works, partner. 8 teams that made the playoffs the year before didn't make it last season. So there's always going to be parity in this league. And guys have to be ready to go. Just because you made it the year before doesn't necessarily mean you're going to get back again.
I was hoping that nigga go out for him, dog.
That would take it in the end zone.
And he would have been wrong.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Drew Brees getting ready to lead out the Saints. Last year, of course, another big one for number 9. Set the all-time passing yards mark, moving past Peyton Manning. Finished second in the MVP balloting and led the Saints to within a whisker of their first Super Bowl berth since 2010. This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl each of his first 2 NFL seasons. Tackled by Leighton Vander Esch. And a look now at the offense for New Orleans.
The steal in 2017 NFL draft had to be running back Alvin Kamara out of Tennessee, who ended up being that year's NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year.
He had to come
time with Mark Ingram his first 2 years in the league. With Mark Ingram now in Baltimore, it's his show. And through his first 2 years, almost equal yardage, rushing and receiving. Expect his rushing numbers to take a big leap in 2019.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Nice stopping behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be 4th down.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understand.
If I'm not mistaken, I know about that deep over. Unless you want to throw it to him and probably get some run after the catch, but he wasn't going to get much because that nigga threw the ball. He caught that big. He going to catch up with him, tackle him for the first down. That ain't got that way. Yep. And you was on here.
Yep.
And ain't no way he was going to catch that bitch out there. He wasn't going to catch that bitch, but he was. You know what I'm talking about?
Where the third down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3-and-out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
Here's Austin. Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Here's the man who's led the league in rushing twice in 3 seasons, Ezekiel Elliott. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The offensive starters now for the Cowboys.
It's so good to see big number 72 Travis Frederick back in a Cowboys uniform. Remember, he missed all of last season with Guillain-Barré syndrome. And prior to that, he'd been to the Pro Bowl 4 straight times at center. In his return, a huge boost to the offensive line. Better to have him in uniform than coaching.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. And here now, New Orleans defensive unit.
Linebacker Demario Davis made the move from the New York Jets to the New Orleans Saints before the 2018 season, and that move really paid off for him. Always a terrific player. Now he was able to get to the playoffs for the first time in his NFL career.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the 1st. With Cole Beasley now in Buffalo, you think that might open up some more targets for Michael Gallup. Last year as a rookie, 33 catches for the Dallas Cowboys. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll try the sweep with Elliott. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a 1st. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Demario Davis coming in for the sack that time.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They'll run with Elliott. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. On the RPO, Prescott's going to keep it himself. Oh, almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw we'd like to have back. Now fourth down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Marr able to put this one through. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. Of course, the door for Marr was opened after a little bit of a surprise move. The Cowboys letting go of Dan Bailey last year.
Yeah, Maher took over in the preseason. He's from Nebraska via the Canadian Football League where he kicked for 4 years. And I saw him personally make 2 game-winning field goals last season against Detroit and in Atlanta.
New Orleans Saints taking the field, getting ready to go here on offense. This is a year that, they got to bounce back from such a disappointing end last year. Also 2 seasons ago as well. Drew Brees is 40 now. Is it kind of now or never for this team?
I think
pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Now Breeze. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. And now the defense for Dallas.
And there's linebacker Leighton Vander Esch, who was so impressive as a rookie in 2018. Many thought Dallas should have opted to pick a wide receiver at that spot. Turns out they made the absolute correct choice. A 2018 Pro Bowler who's only going to get better.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Breeze now to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hit him on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
Following the penalty, it's Kamara. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's second and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Hey, watch out. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. I'm going to run you over.
From the 39, Breeze. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Jared Cook is a guy who's been around the NFL. He's been with the Titans, the Rams, the Packers. In the last 2 years in Oakland, now he makes a move to the Big Easy, where he pairs with Drew Brees and forms a nice little threat.
After 1 on EA Sports. The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Ready? 95, 56, 95, 56. Check.
Breeze now on first down. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. So as they take it over, we step aside. On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll make it 2nd down. Well, the returns for the Cowboys on Leighton Vander Esch have been pretty good so far. You know, a lot of Cowboy Nation questioned when they took him number 19 overall a season ago instead of Calvin Ridley. But Leighton Vander Esch would get 140 tackles last year. Franchise rookie record for Dallas en route to a Pro Bowl appearance. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. They went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to break out 4th.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
The Saints on 4th down last year, 13 of 16, 2nd best in the league, and they'll try it here. Breeze to throw for it on 4th. And Cook has it left side. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Cowboys' defense is going to get them the football back.
What's up, nigga?
Man, fuck that.
Fuck what, nigga?
All that bullshit nigga talking about.
I'm about to snatch you up, nigga.
Shit, bust your ass up this bag, you ain't gonna
You ain't
snatch
that
that
no more?
I
was looking for you last couple times I went up there.
Man, you know a real nigga, dog.
Where you was at now?
I be over there at Dumbo. I don't know who you want to eat to go.
What you mean? Boy, don't play. Don't take that shit in there.
You go get your stuff out of here.
Hey, man, look, I'll turn the light on for you if you serious. Yeah. Shit.
How you doing, dude?
What's up, bro? You damn.
Finally got 2 days off.
You damn cousin down me over here. No, I'm there. Come on, bring your ass over here. Probably be so excited.
Your daughter said hi, Daddy, on the thing.
He would think I'm in the outside. She's fucking me stupid.
She know you get ready to play game, though.
Oh, yeah, ain't coming on they feed page. See, I ain't got to get some around. They do. They know every time we on this.
They can say, I'm going to turn the light off. Which one you hear?
Right now?
Oh. Walking distance from
No,
out.
because you talking to me like you gotta be stupid, get up, bush your way, everybody.
Talk to you like I'm stupid.
Yeah,
Well, you know I'm not stupid.
Mundo. But you talking shit, though.
Shit.
I'm not talking shit.
Yes, you was.
What the fuck you talking about, man? How the fuck I'm talking shit?
Yeah. You gotta slow it head now.
You don't sit your black ass down talking about
My ass is not black, I told you that.
Oh,
6
right.
years. 6, 7, 8, 9, 6 years, 7 years. Ooh, I had the car thing. I know I
I won't play up.
oh, my shoe grass over there. Thank you, please.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. There's still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter.
Huh?
I'm just saying, come out with motherfucking car.
Well, but we ain't answer that shit though.
Shit, don't tell me your story, then, nigga.
You the shit talking ass motherfucker.
Shit.
They be up. Gotta go to cut. Motherfucker looking at me like, goddamn, I done nut. I can run this bitch and look up like I was nut.
I would say fly made dick.
Well, no fly made that. Come on, man.
From the 31, Prescott. He's got a man. It's his fullback. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Not the result they were looking for there on 3rd down. They end up taking a loss on the play. The only person happy now, the punter, gets to go out there and show mom that he gets to play in the game.
They'll run it with Elliott. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. Backed up where they were on this side of the field. That was a gutsy call.
A gutsy call that never should have happened. Not so much them going for it. That's their decision. But where's the defensive front? Where's the leverage? Where's the low man wins? Where's getting into the offensive backfield and spilling the play? How did they permit them to pick up a 1st down in that situation?
A 1st down throw for Prescott. Pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Throwing, Prescott. And this is called by Witten to tag in. Boy, you got to think that having the 37-year-old veteran Jason Witten back at tight end is going to be great for Dak Prescott for plays just like that. And you think to last year when Witten wasn't there, it was kind of a rotating carousel. They had Blake Jarwin, Jeff Swaim, Rico Gathers, Dalton Schultz. But Witten back out there and doing his thing again. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this 1st half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So this job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
No move to get the offense off the field here. They've converted once on this drive. On 4th, they'll go again and try it once more. They find Randall Cobb on the completion. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They go for it on 4th down, and it pays off big time as they pick up 29.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
The Cowboys on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. Prescott from the gun. And he's got it. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Randall Cobb as the first half is winding down. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Gets fielded in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something quick.
A breakaway for Michael.
Yes, sir. Yes, motherfucking sir. You suck the old up me. I seen that bitch. Didn't you? Tell me you ain't still out like this. Tell me you didn't still out like this.
The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but
that takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camp. Remember we talked about one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start.
And just like that, on we head to half number 2. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things.
Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. The 20, 10, touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 79 yards. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Boy, the action just coming fast and furious right now. If you got up to go get a drink from the fridge, you picked the wrong time. 2 long touchdowns.
Yeah, and that's how you answer a one-play drive with a one-play drive of your own. And you're exactly right. If you step away from the action, my dad took me to a Major League Baseball game when I was 8. I needed to go to the bathroom. Of course, while we're in the bathroom, grand slam home run.
Well, it tends to happen that way, doesn't it?
Yeah, my dad still hasn't forgiven me.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time. Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. To throw is Breeze. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Cook. The ball comes out. It's picked up by the Cowboys. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Now Dak Prescott of the offense heading back onto the field. The lead is theirs here in the 3rd quarter, but it's really been the ground game that's been the recipe for success.
You mean the spotlight isn't shining as brightly on the guy throwing it?
No, it's the man behind him that's had a heck of a game.
And that's really okay. That's actually what you're looking for. I mean, your pride tells you, hey, I want to be responsible. I want to throw a bunch of touchdown passes. But when you're able to run the football.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Corner blitz and a sack by Patrick Robinson. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Escaping the pressure right. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Using Zeke Elliott in the passing game, that's something Cowboy fans are getting used to. Last year, 77 receptions. And you think back to his rookie season, he had 32 and then 26 his 2nd year. But he's really on the uptick. 3rd and long for Prescott. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Randall Cobb, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Cowboys capitalize on the fumble and turn it into 6.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors. But that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. They get the conversion. And Charles, when you only have 2 yards to go, what do you think of the toss play? Because initially it kind of sets you back a little bit.
It does, especially if you get a lot of pressure coming towards you. If you can get to the edge, if you seal the edge with your blocking, often your tackle or your tight end on what they call the play sign where the ball goes, you can get to the corner, and that allows those big guys to get out ahead and run it.
And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
So Breeze going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. A battle for it here, and this will be caught. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And at this stage, down in the 2nd half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's. And that's exactly what they did there.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Breeze looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender. And that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
He broke 2 tackles.
Ready.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Throwing on second down. Breeze. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as they'll go for it on fourth down. They'll go for it. It's Breeze. He'll let it fly in the direction again. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Cowboys' defense is going to get them the football back. So they've gone for it twice now on fourth down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
First down, Prescott. And this one complete to Witten over the middle. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
I want to beat somebody ass in basketball.
He'll try to beat you.